All right, welcome back. The CDC Advisory Committee will meet today to discuss vaccine recommendations for measles, mumps, rubella, and RSV.
However, it will do so without a director in place. So former CDC Director Susan Monterez spent yesterday testifying before the Senate Health Committee.
ABC News correspondent Jay O'Brien joins us live from Capitol Hill this morning with the latest. Jay, what kind of reception did Susan Monterez receive from the senators yesterday?
Well, she came to that committee to deliver what was really a stark warning just hours now ahead of this, as you say, critical vaccine panel meeting in Atlanta with the CDC. This vaccine panel obviously weighing in on recommendations that impact things like what vaccines insurance will cover and the childhood vaccine schedule and things of that nature. What Monterez said is that she's, quote, very nervous about what this panel will determine because Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. previously fired all of its members and replaced them with hand-picked selections, several of whom are now known vaccine skeptics. Monterez also said that Kennedy fired her because she refused to greenlight changes. She refused to pre-approve changes that this panel might make to things like the childhood vaccine schedule and things of that nature without scientific evidence. She says Kennedy demanded that she do that, and she declined. She also says that Kennedy demanded that she fire career CDC vaccine officials and that she also declined. Now, Kennedy has pushed back on that. You'll remember that fiery hearing he had some weeks back up here on Capitol Hill where he said that Monterez was not a quote-unquote trustworthy person. HHS is out with a statement doubling down on that this morning, saying that Monterez was fired because she, quote, acted maliciously against the president's agenda. Monterez obviously testifying that that's not true, guys.
Yeah, there were some hard questions for her yesterday in watching that hearing. So she was in office for 29 days. What did the committee think of her reasons behind why she thinks she was fired?
It's unclear. We didn't really get an indication one way or the other about how Republicans, because those are the ones to watch on that panel, really felt. And the key Republican to watch is one that we've talked about before, which is Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy. He's the chair of the committee where Monterez testified yesterday, and he was also the key confirmation vote, the key yes vote that arguably put Secretary Kennedy in the job as HHS director. And Cassidy is a medical doctor as well. And he asked some pointed questions of Monterez yesterday. He had her walk through all of those various allegations that I laid out for you that she made of her time in the CDC. And he seemed in that questioning to express some concern. But then when he emerged from that hearing, I asked him, is he concerned about Kennedy's job performance given what he heard in that room? And he told me that he would not prejudge the secretary. He said that the secretary should come back and testify before his committee. He was, though, asked if this critical CDC advisory panel, which is meeting today, changes the childhood vaccine schedule, should Americans trust that decision? Cassidy was blunt in his response to that. He said no. He said that would be against the data, guys.
Okay, thank you so much. Jay O'Brien, ABC News correspondent, joining us this morning. We appreciate your reporting, Jay.